Tajikistan, a name that echoes with history and mystery, a place where every stone and mountain seems to whisper stories from centuries past. Before I arrived, it was just a dot on the Silk Road map, a distant land I'd only read about in history books and travel tales. But, standing here, beneath the endless blue sky, you feel the pulse of Central Asia, an energy that's both ancient and alive, connecting you to travelers and traders who crossed these lands long ago. The Pamir Mountains, the roof of the world, tower, above, silent and ancient, their snow-capped peaks catching the first light of dawn. They stand as timeless sentinels, watching over the valleys and villages below. The real magic isn't just the scenery, it's in the everyday moments, the gentle rhythm of life that unfolds in the streets and homes. The sun glinting off mosque domes, children's laughter echoing through narrow alleys, and the warmth of a community that welcomes you as one of their own. There's a simple beauty in the handshake of a stranger, a gesture that bridges cultures and languages, making you feel instantly at home. Life here moves at a gentle pace, inviting you to slow down and truly see, to savor the small joys, to listen to stories, to watch the world go by without hurry. Walk the streets and you witness living history, faces shaped by Persian poets, Sogdian traders, and Soviet architects. Each person carries a piece of the past, woven into the fabric of daily life. The cities blend grand Soviet buildings with vibrant bazaars, a puzzle of contrasts that somehow fits. Here, tradition and modernity dance side by side, creating a unique tapestry of culture. People here carry their heritage with quiet pride, sharing it generously through music, dance, and heartfelt conversation. Tajikistan doesn't just welcome you, it embraces you, teaching that true wealth lies in connection, shared meals, and the laughter that fills a room when friends and strangers gather around a table. And as the sun sets over the mountains, painting the sky in gold and rose, you realize that these moments are the real treasures of travel. This is the magic of Tajikistan, a land that stays with you long after you leave, calling you back with memories of sun-kissed peaks and the warmth of its people. Living on $500 a month in Tajikistan isn't just possible, it's transformative. This budget pushes you to live like a local, shop at the bazaar, ride shared taxis, and eat home-cooked meals. You quickly learn happiness isn't about what you own, but the strength of your community. No fancy restaurants or private rides, just tea with shopkeepers and laughter in crowded taxis. The real magic happens in these moments, where kindness bridges any language gap. My budget leads me away from tourist spots and into the heart of Tajik neighborhoods. I learn the language, bargain at the market, and accept endless invitations for tea. Entertainment is a walk in the park, watching chess games, or simply observing daily life. Difficult moments come and go, but gratitude always returns. Living simply here has transformed my journey into a deep, emotional immersion in a culture rich with resilience and warmth. My first challenge, finding a home on a budget. In a city like Dushanbe where modernity and tradition blend, this isn't always easy. I settle into a modest one-room apartment in a Soviet-era building paying just $150 a month. The walls are simple, the furniture basic, but it's a space I can call my own. It's no luxury, but it's my sanctuary. The small balcony overlooks a lively courtyard where every day brings a new scene, children chasing each other, neighbors hanging laundry, and the distant hum of city life. The city's rhythm drifts up to my window, neighbors chatting in the shade, children's laughter echoing, and the melodic call to prayer marking the passage of time. These sounds remind me I'm part of a living, breathing community. Getting around is refreshingly affordable, just a few cents for a marshrutka ride, or a shared taxi for longer journeys across the city. The streets are always bustling, and public transport is a lifeline for locals and newcomers alike. Utilities are minimal, which means I can stretch my budget further. Most of my spending goes toward food, and that's where the real adventure begins. The bazaar is my go-to destination. Here, mountains of fresh fruit, warm naan bread, creamy cheese, crunchy nuts, and fragrant spices fill the air with color and aroma. Every visit is a sensory experience, and bargaining with vendors is part of the fun. Meals are simple but deeply satisfying. Bread with honey and tea for breakfast, a hearty soup or crisp salad for lunch, and for dinner, plov or grilled meat, often shared with friends or neighbors. Each dish is a taste of Tajikistan's rich culinary heritage. Food here is a celebration of the land, always fresh and prepared with care. The act of cooking and sharing meals is woven into daily life, connecting people to their roots and to each other. Eating this way grounds me in the seasons and the traditions of Tajikistan. Each meal reflects what's growing in the fields and orchards, and every table is a gathering place for stories and laughter. Every meal is a reminder of the country's bounty and the warmth of its people. Sharing food is more than sustenance, it's an act of hospitality and friendship that makes me feel truly welcome. My budget isn't a limitation, it's an invitation to experience Tajik life at its most authentic. Living simply, I find richness in everyday moments, and discover that true abundance is measured not by what I have, but by the connections I make and the experiences I share. My days in Dushanbe begin with soft light and the city's gentle stirrings. I start with green tea on my balcony, watching the courtyard come alive. Mornings are for exploring, parks where old men play chess, or the bustling green bazaar. Even without buying, the bazaar is an experience. Vendors offer tastes, and the air buzzes with energy. Lunch is simple, maybe a hot sambusa from a street vendor. Afternoons slow down, it's time for reading, writing, or a quiet museum visit. As evening falls, the city wakes up again. Families stroll, the scent of grilling meat fills the air. I walk Rudaki Avenue or wander residential streets, soaking in the city's spirit. Days aren't packed with plans, but with small, beautiful moments. Here, life is a tapestry woven from the ordinary, made extraordinary by presence. In Tajikistan, women are the heart of the home and keepers of tradition. From a young age, girls learn to cook, clean, and care for family. Skills seen as vital, not burdensome. Hospitality rests on women's shoulders. They prepare the dasturkhan, filling it with food and warmth for guests. Their role is honored, even as women increasingly work as doctors, teachers, and shopkeepers. Balancing tradition and modernity, they forge new paths while upholding family duties. The bond among women, mothers, daughters, sisters, is a powerful network of support. They share chores, raise children together, and guide each other through life's challenges. Their strength is quiet, but immense, holding families and communities together. While their lives may seem constrained by Western standards, their resilience and solidarity are inspiring. Tajik women are the pillars that sustain both home and culture. In Tajikistan, respect is a language of gestures and actions. Elders are revered, stand when they enter, offer the best seat, never interrupt. Hospitality is sacred. Guests are gifts, honored with endless food and tea. Refusing food is rude, accept with a smile and take small portions. Bread is sacred, never placed upside down or cut with a knife, always shared by hand. Tea is served in small cups, held with the right hand. Public affection is rare, but warmth and friendliness abound. Bring a small gift when visiting a home, sweets or something for the children. These customs are the threads of Tajik society, opening doors to genuine connection. By respecting them, you're welcomed not just as a visitor, but as a friend. My time in Tajikistan has been a journey into the heart of humanity, a place where every encounter feels like a thread in a vast, colorful tapestry. Living simply among the mountains and valleys, I discovered the country's greatest treasure, its people, whose kindness and hospitality are woven into daily life. Here, a shared loaf of bread or a steaming cup of tea is more than just food or drink. It's a gesture that bridges any divide, inviting strangers to become friends. The beauty of Tajikistan isn't just in its breathtaking mountains or golden sunsets, but in the warmth of its communities, the laughter of children, and the deep reverence for elders that shapes every gathering. Life here moves at a gentle pace, teaching you to slow down, savor small moments, and truly value human connection above all else. I'll always remember the strength and resilience of the women who carry traditions forward with grace and determination. The wisdom of the elders, passed down through generations, is a living treasure, stories and lessons that shape the soul of this land. And the generosity of every person I met, who welcomed me with open arms and open hearts, making me feel at home even when I was far from my own. True wealth, I learned, is found not in possessions or material things, but in shared experiences, laughter, and the bonds we form with others. I urge you to visit, not as a tourist, but as a student. Open your heart and let Tajikistan teach you its ancient wisdom, its stories, and its way of life. Let its people show you the true meaning of hospitality, where every guest is treated like family and every meal is a celebration. And let its majestic mountains and wild landscapes fill you with awe, reminding you of the beauty and power of nature. The story of Tajikistan is one of the world's most beautiful and inspiring, a story of kindness, resilience, and connection that will stay with you forever.